friends. Well, it is another really dreary day here in New England. I am at the Salvation Army here in Westfield. Haven't been here in a while, 2 or 3 weeks. So let's see what's going on inside. I'm hoping to find some primitives, modern stuff. I really sold out of like all of my linens and really modern stuff, so I hope I can find that. But yeah, let me get out of the parking lot here and hopefully the thrifting angels are here. I'm ready for a haul. Let's go see what's inside. Well, for some reason, the blue section drew me in immediately. All the beautiful blue colors, maybe because it was such a dreary day when I saw the bright blue color. I don't know. I just instantly went to that section of their homewares. Now they had just restocked, or they were restocking as I was shopping too, and they had just opened. So that's such an exciting feeling when they're putting a lot of stuff out on the shelves and the shelves are already full. It's awesome. I thought this might be Yadro for a quick second, but then when I flipped it over, I saw it was a Sango piece, and I think it's made in Spain. So it's a wannabe Yadro. These bud vases I absolutely loved. At first I thought they might have been like kind of like a cheap mass-produced thing, but you could instantly tell they were a very delicate, beautiful glass. You could just tell the way the tops were made as well. They were lovely, and I grabbed them. Yeah, can we all do that, please? Now, more than ever. Ugh. All right, it looks like maybe it was from The Lion King, like maybe some merchandise if someone went to see that play. This was very zen. If it was bigger, I probably would have considered it, but it was a little small, so I left it. There was this beautiful collection of prints. I did not grab them because I have never had good luck with prints, but these were beautiful. They were a lot of historical type prints, and it looks like somebody's collection that they probably had tried to sell themselves. I've never had good luck with these. And these are just prints. I have had matted like actual watercolors and original pen and inks, and I've never been able to sell them. It's really hard to sell unframed art, whether it's a print or an original piece. Very, very difficult. I don't know. Buyers just don't want to be messing with stuff that's not framed. So I left them. Always looking for amazing pottery, and oh, this was chipped. What a shame. It was a really pretty pottery build. Those birds were stunning. And I'm also looking at this pottery little vase here. That was interesting. I'm not sure if I like the color or not, and it looked like it had a little chip, so I did leave that. These miniatures were different. I've been seeing a lot of miniatures lately. I don't know if just my eye is catching them and they've always been there, or I'm just... They're a thing now that's getting donated. I have no idea, but I definitely have been seeing a lot of little miniatures out and about. Oh boy, you're creepy clown, but why $5.97? I think they just think that clowns are very collectible, so they mark them up, which is kind of crazy. There's a lot of stuff that's collectible, but that's okay. This, for a fraction of a second, I'm like, oh my God, is this Victorian? Is this amazing? Should I get this for my mother? Holy crap. No, it was actually made in the 80s. I found it online and it was not anything. I could tell by actually the top. It was newer, like plated metal. It wasn't anything special. So I left it. This was a cute little pottery piece. Not sure what that was used for. The holes. I couldn't figure out the use of this immediately, so I put it back. I probably should have picked it up. It was a really nice piece of pottery. This, however, I immediately grabbed. It was $4.99, and it was a lovely, kind of like a clay piece, a painted clay piece. But you know me and ducks, I'm addicted. Ooh, this brass was really cool. $3.99 for this trivet. Look, originally from the Christmas tree shops. It's probably 20 years old. And yeah, we miss Christmas tree shops here in New England. We miss them a lot. Christmas tree shops, what happened? I've been looking for a jar lately because my dog Malcolm, many of you know, he had most of his teeth removed in the last month. He's doing fine, but we have to grind his food now. So I've been looking for an urn to hold all his little ground kibble. We give him canned food, but we like to still give him kibble. That was a beautiful vase, actually. This teapot was super cute. I picked a really nice one up recently, but that one was missing its cover. This pottery is amazing. $2.99. A beautiful piece of studio pottery. See, now these are the kind of things that go for so much money when you are at the actual art fair or, right to the artist. So we grabbed that. This pillow totally caught my eye, but unfortunately, it was $5.99, which is not the worst. It would have been worth it if it was down filled. This was a very cheap, stiff polyester fill. So I down-filled pillows are like triple the value. So I left it because it's not worth more than $5.99. Oh, wow. $7.99 for 3 placemats. What? And they didn't even have a tag on them. I could totally sort of understand that if they had a Pottery Barn tag or something, but they did not. Okay, I'm semi regretting not getting these lamps. Only semi though, because they had them really expensive, $20 each. And I took the longest time trying to find them online because I was like, are these mid-century modern? Are they a well-known kind brand? They didn't look that old. I don't know. They didn't look super, super old. I don't know. I didn't get them because $40 is a lot to spend on something that you're not going to get your money back. I think if I had like a real booth in an antique mall, I would have grabbed them. But because I'm just in a regular consignment store, I don't think I would attract the audience that would see the value. Anyway, and I couldn't find them online. If you know what they are, definitely comment below. These reproduction radios are always so sweet and cute to look at, but I did not get them. Okay, here's what I regret not getting, you guys. I knew that this was something, only just because my eye was telling me, yes, this is something. But because the matte was such a boring color, and I don't know, it was $8.99. And the oak frame, it just didn't pop. Does that make any sense? I knew it was primitive. I knew it looked cool. And I should have looked it up while I was there. I didn't. I looked it up when I'm editing this. I'm super sad. I should have grabbed this. It was worth way more than $8.99. And I'm stupid. All right. This modern lamp, again, I definitely sell a lot of modern things. This would have been a great pick for my store. It's exactly what a lot of my customers are looking for, but it was still $10. That's too much. I can't make much money off that. And it kind of was bent and just not perfect. So we left that. These pillows caught my eye for being sweet little Victorian pillows. I do have a very large Victorian sofa in my master bedroom upstairs. I know that sounds strange, but it's a huge room. And I love putting little pillows like that on it, but I have enough pillows for it. So unless they're super special, I did not grab it. I'm looking at this wicker stool. It's kind of amazing. It was only $5. But I left it because it was just such a small little piece. It wasn't quite a table. If it was a table, I would have grabbed it. These matching prints were so pretty, but I just can't get past that I left that other print behind. So at least I did see this, and this is definitely a vintage toy. It was $2.99 and definitely from the 40s. I mean, I don't normally deal with stuff like this, but it was so small and so cute and definitely old that I grabbed it. I figured for $3, I'm going to take a chance. I love the kitchen area. I went back and looked again, and I thought this might have been Le Creuset when I first saw it, but it wasn't. It was made in France, though, and I just couldn't find the brand online. I could barely see it in the clay backing, but for $5, that was really a beautiful baking pan. I just don't need one. Oh my goodness, I have such a huge collection of kitchenware. But I was thinking for resale, but unfortunately my customers just wouldn't recognize. It would have to be a brand that they recognized. And because I couldn't find it, I did leave it. But what a great find for somebody who needed it. I almost grabbed these. It's one of those weird kitchen things I don't have. I don't do a lot of baking, but the pie weight thing was really cool. Of course, this caught my eye. I'm trying to see what brand it is. What is it? But yeah, these pie weights, that would have been cool. I don't regret not getting them, but it's the one thing I don't have. And I did leave them. I don't do a ton of baking. So those were very cool mid-century modern salt and pepper shakers. The wooden ones were awesome as well if you needed those. But I don't do too well with those little small pieces. I did leave those. But yeah, I'm done shopping. You guys, I am done shopping. I got a cart full. Wow. The very last thing I put in my cart is something you guys are going to love. It's glass. It's amazing. So yeah, it's a little set of dishes, and I don't want to say it wrong, so we'll just hold it for the haul, hold it for a surprise, and you guys are gonna love it. Oh my God, so let me put all this in the car and get home and show you my haul. Well, hello. The sun is back shining in New England. Thank God. It's a beautiful fall day. But I figured I'd sit down really quick and show you everything that I got at the Salvation Army. And then I'm going to do some fall cleaning and enjoy this beautiful day. So without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I see here, I grabbed this duck. This was $4.99. I love these things. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or sell them. I got to sell some of these ducks. I might have to go through to see what my least favorite one is. And if I like this more than that, I'll keep this and sell that. But I'm not sure. But this is just like a simple clay piece. Just like a simple clay porcelain piece, but I really love these. They're so charming. They just make me think of Maine and vacation and yeah, fun stuff. But he's got a really interesting paint job on him. I really like this guy. But anyway, like I said, I paid $4.99 for him. And then I got some pottery, not a lot of pottery this time. I got 2 pieces of pottery. I got this beautiful sea green kind of vase. What a lovely pattern. It's got like a fluted top. I mean, you could use this in so many different ways. Probably a flower pot is what it was meant to be. It was $2.99. And what a beautiful piece. I love it. I love this color green. I love it. But it doesn't have the hole on the bottom. So you'd have to probably, if you're going to use it, you'd have to figure out how to get drainage. But it is very pretty, very popular type of item. I sell a lot of pottery in my store, so I'll be bringing that. And then I grabbed this piece of pottery as well. This one was $3.99. And I like the glaze on this too. It's a little darker than what I normally buy. It is signed on the bottom. But I just thought it was really heavy and it's got kind of like a primitive feel to it. I don't know. What do you think? It kind of felt a little primitive to me, which is a good thing. So I figured let me grab this because I think this would go really well in a lot of people's kind of farmhouse decor as well. Maybe you could use it for a couple of spoons, like spoons in the kitchen. I have a piece of pottery that I have all of my big spoons in that I grab really quick by the stove, something like that. But I just figured this was a really cute piece, and at $3.99, I thought it was a great price for pottery. Okay, I did pick up a lot of pieces in their metals section. So the first thing I grabbed was this candle snuffer in a brass tone. Not sure if it is actually, I think it is brass. Yeah, it's definitely brass. So these are really popular. I have a couple of my own. I don't actually ever use them, which is kind of funny, but they're such an elegant look. I'd like to use that. I actually use a candle warmer. I don't know. What do you guys use? I don't really burn a lot of candles anymore. I use my candle warmers, but I love the look nonetheless. So I grabbed this. This was 99 cents. And then I grabbed this metal trivet. It's a teapot. It's a brass trivet. I love this. It was $3.99. And yeah, it's a really cool little brass trivet. It's got little feet on it. So this would definitely be something you would use to put your teapot on. I mean, you could put anything hot on it, obviously, but what a charming little piece of kind of cottagecore, don't you think? I don't know. I think it's really sweet and really charming, a little tea trivet. And then I grabbed these metal candlesticks. I'm not quite sure what metal these are. They have a nice patina on them, but they're really like a orangey green and they're really smooth. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what they were, but I paid 99 cents each for them. They were priced separately, but I love the patina on them. What do you think? I don't know what they're made out of, but they're definitely heavy and they're solid. Like they're a solid metal. So I dare say I don't know what they were made out of, but I love the shape of them. They're very elegant, very pretty, and these are going right to the store. All right, we're not done with the metals yet. I got 3 more pieces, 2 pieces of like wrought iron or ironstone and another piece of brass. I got this little frog guy. He was $2.99, and I think it's what you use to put like matches in. Like a matches or ashtray type thing. I have other little figurines like this. I collect them, and I have bugs, a couple of bugs. So in my past videos, people have commented to tell me that it was like a little ashtray or for like a match after you struck a match, to put the match in. So this little guy is really adorable. I don't mean to put him in your face or anything, but just so you can see the detail. He's really cute. He's really sweet. This is what the bottom of them looks like. It's not like he's signed or anything. And his little top flips up and down. So there was this guy, $2.99. And then I grabbed another frog and another trivet, and it was $2.99. So I love this. What a great little piece to put like a hot pot on or something like that. But he's like a little frog trivet. He's definitely wrought iron or cast iron. Cast iron. I think cast iron is what you said. So he's definitely a cast iron piece. He was $2.99. And then the last piece of metal I got was this really thick, heavy rooster. He was $3.99. I don't know what he's supposed to be. I don't see a way to hang him up, but I suppose you could just hang him up through a nail through his tail feathers. But this is really pretty, especially if you're into farmhouse or, you know, you're a whole antique primitive look. This rooster, this cast iron rooster, he's amazing. I love the detail. I don't mean, again, to put him too close to you, but just so you can see the detail on his head and his feathers and his body. What a gorgeous look. He's flat in the back, so he is meant to be hung on a wall because he's completely flat on the back. But yeah, what a great piece for $3.99. I thought that this was a great find. This next piece is totally out of character for me. It is totally out of my wheelhouse. It's not something I deal with at all or have, but it was $2.99, and it's totally vintage. It's obviously very vintage. So I'll put here if I find anything online about him, but it looks to me like it's some kind of little child's toy, like a rocking child's toy. And it's small enough that I think you could use it in some kind of primitive folk art decor. It's got the little handles right here that they would hold on to, you know, to rock. I don't know. I thought for $2.99, I'm going to take a chance on this because I absolutely love the way it's all painted and the little back of it. I mean, tell me this is not the cutest thing. Tell me, it's just so cute. Don't you think? I mean, I thought it was just so darling, and it's all wood. And like I said, I see these things, you know, collectors, I see these things all the time go for, I paid $2.99. So, I mean, I'm hoping that a reseller or collector can find it in my store, but I'm going to take a chance on it. He's a cute little toy with a lovely little paint job on him. And yeah, hopefully I might as well branch out and try different things, right? I know for sure he's vintage, so that's still in my wheelhouse, but I just don't normally do toys or anything. But because he's wood, he's hand painted, and he's so charming and sweet, I'm going to take a chance. So let's see if I can sell it in the store. All right, I grabbed this little treat jar. Yeah, it says treats right on the front of it. And it's got a really pretty, I love this aqua colored top. Now, I didn't take off any of the tape yet or anything. It was $2.97. So it was a great deal for such a really big modern piece. I think it's obviously meant for like cookies for you or maybe treats for your dog, I would think. I think this is a pretty big jar for a cat. But yeah, I thought it was really cute and it was modern, and I definitely sell a lot of modern things in my store, and it was really neutral. So I grabbed that because it was a really good price. And then I did find one piece of pottery. It was $2.97. So this looks like an incense burner to me. Maybe you just lay the incense on the bottom of it, something like that. Some kind of incense burner, or I can't think of any other use for it. Maybe for olives, I don't know. But to me, it looks like an incense burner, but it's pottery. It was really inexpensive, and I sell a lot of pottery in my store. So I was just looking to stock up on anything that I thought I might be able to sell. So I grabbed this, and I'll be having it for sale in the store next week. So found these beautiful cobalt blue vases too. These were $1.95 a piece, and the glass is so like fine, like pretty, not thick and not it's fine, but it's not cheap. It looks very beautifully done, very delicate. You know, I don't know how else to say it. And I grabbed two of these. So these were $1.95 a piece, but they don't feel like mass produced. They just feel like a little bit better than that, if that makes any sense at all. Both the color of them and the way that they're fluted on the top, they just look like they're very delicately done. And I don't know, something about them just really grabbed me. I think I might try to use these on my table with my blue and white dinnerware. But this also, This was $2.99. So that one I grabbed for $2.99. And this is a beautiful piece. I really love it with the bubbles. I don't know if you could, if it's translating, but it's got these like bubbles all throughout it. And then it's got like a cobalt blue vase and a little cobalt blue rim. And I thought it was so pretty. What a lovely little, not little, actually, it's a good sized piece of glass. What a lovely piece of glass that just looked very pretty with the ruffled edge. I don't know. I thought it was really nice. And for $2.99, why not? Let's see if we can make a profit on it, flip it. And I think someone's going to absolutely love this. I also grabbed this amber glass. And this was $1.99, pretty sure. Yep, $1.99. And it was just so beautiful. It definitely looks hand blown. I can see a lot of bubbles in it. I don't know if you can see up close all the bubbles in it as I twirl it, but it definitely has a lot of these, like, I don't know. I wouldn't call them flaws. I think to me, it looks like, you know, very handmade, very beautiful. It doesn't have any signature on the bottom, but it just looked so beautiful with the, I guess you call this kind of like a free form kind of fluted edge. I don't know. I just thought this is really heavy too. This is not a light piece of glass. I'm switching hands because it's hurting my shoulder. It's a heavy piece of glass. It's this beautiful amber color. And I just loved the organic kind of free form ruffled edge that it had. It's a beautiful color for the season, for autumn. I love it. I absolutely love this. It's going to be hard for me to part with this because I mean, I would love to use it in my fall decor if I have a spot for it. For $1.99, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So yeah, I really love it. I'm not quite sure what its original intent is for, but it's a very pretty decor piece. I think it's absolutely lovely. And I'm glad I found it for $1.99. All right, my last piece is the belle of the ball, as I like to call, the belle of the hall. That's going to be my little name now for my favorite piece, is the belle of the hall. I grabbed these stack of, I think they're called Seidenstricker. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, but there was a stack of Seidenstricker fused glass. I went back and looked one more time in the hard goods. I do the hard goods first. I do all my filming and everything. And then I relax a little bit and go and maybe look at if there's any, you know, other stuff like clothes or something, or boots or something else I might be, or kitchen stuff I might be looking for that's not so interesting. And then I'll go back one more time again to see if there's anything I might have missed. Well, they must have been stocking, because I know I would not have missed these the first time around, but there was a stack of 6 of these plates. So let me show you what they look like. I'm almost positive these are Seidenstrickers. I'm going to look really hard to see if I can find the pattern online. I'll put something right here if I find it online, but there's 6 of these like that. And then there was 2 of these little tiny ones, just these little small ones. I don't know what they're used for, but there was just 2 of those. And mind you, these were all taped together. So I've just taken off like a million yards of tape on this. And then there were 6 of these. These are still in their taped condition. Now, there were 6 of the larger plates. I got all of it for $6.99. There's the price tag on the tape. So $6.99 for all these pieces. And another 6 of these larger plates. Let me show you what these look like a little bit better. So altogether, there's 12 plates and 2 little tiny, I don't know, maybe little sauce things. But yeah, so this is the small. There's 6 of these with the pink blush in the middle, and 6 of these that are all just just the green kind of coloring. And 2 of the little ones. But oh my God, I was like, I know what these are. These are those Seidenstricker. I've bought and sold these. I've had these consigned too. I've had a couple of estates where someone had a nice collection, mostly the blue and clear glass. I hardly ever get any other style. And I've sold plates like this, Seidenstricker, and I've sold the window. Like they made these, and my mother has a couple of them. They're really big, round, flat glass pieces that you put in your window. And they have like this fused glass design. So they're like fused glass sun catchers, if you will. So I don't have anything siding stricker myself personally that I've ever kept, but I've definitely bought and sold it. But this is the first time I can say I found a substantial amount of it thrifting, and at $6.99 for 12, actually 14 pieces, but 12 plates. That's amazing. So that is definitely the belle of the hall. And these are beautiful plates. I'll have to look these up online. But basically, I'd say this is kind of like a salad or a lunch set. You know, I assume that this smaller plate is meant to go on top of the larger plate, but they're not quite big enough to be dinner plates. They look like a nice little luncheon set. So I don't know, if somebody collects siding stricker, this would definitely be for you. And it's a lovely set. It looks very summery to me, but because it's such a collector item, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out now. I'm not going to save it for the spring. I don't want to store something like this. I'd rather just put it out for sale at a really reasonable price. And hopefully someone that collects this type of fused glass finds it and gets really happy to have it. Hi, you guys. Okay, so true to our word, we're circling back with you. We received all the bulbs that John ordered. I don't know if you want to open these up, but we wanted to do an unboxing. I don't know where you got these from. Most of them came from
John Schlepper's.
John Schlepper's flower bulbs. So that's that one.
These are the high quality bulbs.
Yeah, they're high quality. They have a beautiful website. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox these right now with you. We're going to show you what we got.
Well, let's do one quick little thing.
Okay.
So these are the high quality ones.
All right.
And there's a pink grape hyacinth called Pink Sunrise.
Okay.
That they were sold out of.
Aw.
But I really wanted them. So I went to a knockoff bulb site and they had Pink Surprise.
Pink Surprise. So that's what this is,
so
right?
we ordered those.
Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to put this in the very front of the bed. So do you guys all remember we cleared out the bed? Okay. So for those of you who commented on, it's called a lot. Well, he reads all my comments too, but a lot of you commented to say that big long metal thing was a pry bar, some kind of pry bar. So we used this he used this long pry bar to get all this ornamental grass out of our flower bed. And now we ordered bulbs. So we're going to plant these bulbs this weekend, but we wanted to show you what we got in the mail. So this was the first thing. So the front of the bed is going to be these pink hyacinths. Aren't they beautiful? So most of the time you guys see these as purple, sometimes white, but pink is super rare and super pretty. So that's what these are. So this is what they look like when they come in. They're very small. I mean, I'm showing you like a bag with little bulbs in it. They look like little tiny garlics. So, I mean, there's nothing really to see here. But we're going to plant these. We have 2, I think, for a total of 20. Oh, 15.
10 each.
Oh, we only get 10. We're sharing these with his mom.
Yep.
Okay, that's okay. We're just going to have 10. And then my mother-in-law is going to have 10. She deserves them, though. So, all right, so that's going to be the front of the bed. Let me give you back your phone.
Sure.
All right, so let's get into this box. We're going to show you the other bulbs that we got.
So these came in the little empty cellophane packs with the holes. You can see that the fancy company ships theirs way different.
Yeah, so see, they just throw them in a bag, the wannabe ones, and what he's saying is that the premium ones actually put them in like soil. So this is what the bag looks like. Like it comes with soil. By the way, this is not sponsored or anything like that. These people don't even know we exist. It's just, they're an amazing bulb company. And that's where we get ours from. Of course, I'd love it if they would, call. That's fine. I would totally do a whole garden with them.
They don't need us.
They don't need us. But yeah, we think they're amazing. So they're worth the money. We've definitely ordered from them before. But anyway.
It's more just the point of when you see bulbs online and you see them at different prices, it's like, well, what do I really get for my money?
What am I getting? Right.
You're getting a proper storage, and shipment of them.
It's okay.
But this is a Oriental hybrid lily.
Okay, so what's that look like? Well, I can show it on the screen.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just say the names and then probably like right here where the refrigerator is, I'll try to put the picture what they are. So hold on. So this is Lily Empoli.
Yep.
Lily Empley. So it says red, yellow, starburst. So these are going to be like Asiatic type lilies.
Right.
Not the
4 to 6 feet.
4 to 6 feet.
So it's the back right where the grass was.
Okay, so they're not like a daylily type of thing. They're an Asiatic lily. Okay, just in case. Okay, so we got that. So that's going to be more towards the back. Okay, and then this one, is that the same thing? Yes, so we got 2 bags of this.
Yep.
So it's red with a yellow starburst. And I guess this is a total of what, 16 bulbs? Or 8 each?
10, I think.
10 each bag? Okay.
No, I think there's 5 each bag.
Oh, 5 each bag. Look
They're
at me.
big bulbs.
Okay, they're big bulbs. Yeah, they are big bulbs. They're beautiful. All right, so we're going to have a total of 10 of these. So that's pretty. Probably 2 groupings separated. Okay.
And then we just got a crocus mixture to put crocus everywhere.
Crocuses, yep.
You can see they're actually, you can see them sprouting in the bags.
They are sprouting
They're
in the
ready
bag.
to go.
Yep. So there you go. That's what these look like. And we'll show you when we plant them. We're going to do that this weekend. But yeah, this is a variety. So they're going to be all different colors and they're a large mixture. So crocuses do really well for us. I will say we did not get any tulips because tulips do not do well for us. The squirrels and chipmunks just eat them. It's a delicacy. Though we'd have to put these in so much chicken wire if they were tulips for some reason. I don't know why. They find them tasty.
Really nice loamy soil to grow tulips anyway.
Yeah.
If you got a heavy soil like we do, they're
It's
just
not going to
rot.
happen. Right. So, okay, what's next? Love call.
Love call.
I love it. Love call. These are so, okay, so these are, okay, how do you say that properly?
She's here for the love
call.
call.
The love call. Miss Mina shows up. Oh, she's a little, oh, she wants to be part of everything. That's okay. We love that about her. She's such a companion dog, though. She barely makes it. She's only home alone like 3 days a week, but she barely makes it. Okay, so how do you say that? I always say it wrong.
It's narcissus.
Narcissus. All right, so these are a narcissus. So that means that they're a daffodil, right?
Yes.
All right, so they're kind of like a daffodil. They're really big.
But they're fancy.
But they're fancy. So I'll put a picture of what they're going to look like right where the refrigerator is. But
You
they're,
won't believe it.
yeah, they're called Love Call. And we got 10 of those. All right. Okay. Ooh, is that it?
No,
one more.
The
Okay.
pinball wizard.
The Pinball Wizard. So this is allium. So I picked out this one. We picked them all out together, but when he was going through the pages, this really caught my eye. There's only 3 of them. These are so expensive. That's okay. They're worth it. They're beautiful. Look at that. They're already coloring. They must have so much pigment. The back of the bag's got a little bit of pigment. But there's 3 of them in here. So allium is like a form of onion. So if you've ever grown onions before or chives, and you see that tiny little purple flower at the very top of an onion, allium is like that on steroids. It's huge. They're big balls, and they're just so showy and so cool. I've had them here before. They do well here, but I haven't had them in a really long time, so this will be a really treat. They're definitely the tallest ones, or one of the taller ones. No, they're not. It says 24 inches here.
24 inches, yeah. So they're half the height of the of the Asiatic lilies.
Okay, so half the height of these lilies. All right, so this is going to go in front of these lilies.
Yep.
And then the crocuses will go in the very front, and then the
Will be all around those.
yeah, be all around them, and then these are going to go
Because
more
again,
towards the
they're
front
up
too.
early.
All right. Well, that's our little bulb haul. So, yeah, we can't wait to plant these. We're going to do these this weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful fall weekend here in New England. So, all right, next we're going to show you all the herbs that we're going to do. And we're going to do some infused oil. It's super easy. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is infused oil, and it's super simple. So, but the thing is, we're going to infuse it with herbs and some garlic. But when you think about it, initially you think, oh, you're going to put like fresh cloves of garlic and fresh herbs. You don't want to do that when you're doing infused oil because it's going to go rancid. It's going to grow mold. You have to have them be all dried. So I did purchase these. These are garlic flakes. So that's our local organic farm from here. This is Atkins Farm. They sell a lot of their own herbs and stuff. So we're going to use garlic flakes. And then we're going to use some dried rosemary. Whoops, I've been drying it for a couple weeks. A good way to dry them is we save the box bottoms of our dog food cans. So this is a really great way because you can stack them. So if you want to dry a lot of herbs at one time but not take up a lot of space, you can use these boxes. So that's what I do. And then some thyme. So we have some dried thyme, rosemary, and garlic. All right. So you guys probably saw me. I thrifted these maybe like 3 videos ago. I got them at the Salvation Army. I've already run them through the dishwasher, so they are sanitized. And the reason why I grabbed these is because they came with the covers. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do with these. I definitely wanted to use them. They can be for oil. You can do vinegar. My mom does a ton of vinegar. She does like, she does this, I think it's called like red Thai basil or something. She does like a lot of basil, but it's red.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really basil. What is it?
It's Japanese basil. It's perilla or shiso, whatever you want to call it.
So she grows that, and it grows so much all over their property. But so she does vinegars in a very similar jar. So yeah, that's why I grabbed them. So we're gonna do 2 of them. We're gonna do both. I don't know. I actually don't know which one the garlic would go better with. We haven't even talked about it. Would it go better with the rosemary or better with the thyme?
The rosemary.
The rosemary. All right. So we're going to do garlic and rosemary, and then we're just going to do a thyme one, which is going to be super mellow and probably amazing. So. And
I'm just basing that on, if I have rosemary, it's normally like on lamb, and you'd have garlic with that too.
Yes. So yeah, this is super mellow. It's almost
see it
sweet.
Paired together, yeah.
Yeah, this smells like really, really like sweet, but like pretty. And this is really very woody, but it's nice. It's wonderful. They're both awesome. All right, so we're going to warm up the oil first because you don't want to do this with cold oil, not even room temperature. Technically, you should do it. Oh, could you grab that?
Sure.
So we're going to use a mix. We're not going to use like a super expensive. You don't want to use like a super expensive olive oil, but you don't want to use, vegetable oil like generic. You want to get a mixture. So this is a sunflower and extra virgin olive oil. So this is the perfect thing to use. Olive oil mixed with a good high quality nut oil, I guess, like sunflower, canola, something like that. So this is what we're going to use. And wish us luck. We're going to heat this up in the microwave. We'll show you. And then we're going to put the different herbs in each one of these and then just pour the warm oil. Just warm. You don't want to start a fire or anything. Just warm oil over each one of them. And yeah, we'll show you how it goes. Let's do it. All right, so for this one, we're going to do the thyme. We had slight, not change of plans, but enhanced plans. We're going to add some pepper. So you can actually do a lot with infused oil. We thought we had some dried hot peppers, but we can't find them. Then we thought we had some cardamom pods, but we can't find those either. And we have a lot. I mean, we have a huge spice sink because we cook all the time. So that's going to get added to the list. We need to have those on hand. I suspect I might have used the cardamom in like mulling spices, because I'll make my own mulling spices because I love the smell of that stuff. But anyway, so we decided, all right, we got to jazz up this time a little bit. So we're going to add a really high quality peppercorn. You don't want to just be shaking peppers in there. You know, it's a good high quality peppercorn. Here, you want to put those down in there with this? Oh, at the end? Okay, okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. But yeah, one day I woke up and realized, why was I just eating regular black pepper? So I'm going to cover up the brand. It doesn't matter. It's black compote pepper. They're Cambodian in origin. And when I got it, I actually ground some up and just ate it. And you can really taste the difference between
I can too. I've had it.
A plain black pepper.
So he's taking it out of his pepper mill instead of the box.
And I don't want to open a whole nother.
Yeah, because they come like individually packed.
Yeah, they come vacuum sealed to keep the freshness.
Amazon. We got it from Amazon, just so you know. Yeah, so this is going to be jazzed up. This is going to be good. This oil I would totally use in like a stir fry or to like broil meats. This thyme pepper one. Yep. That would be awesome.
Turkey, Thanksgiving's coming.
Yep, turkey. If you had like a turkey breast or turkey legs, this would be a great oil to
hey, I'm thinking if you do it now, you got it ready.
Do it now. You'll have it ready.
Make a nice turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yep. All right, here we go. So this is, again, warmed up oil. Just so you know, this is a quart of oil. So we bought a 2-quart thing, and each one of these holds like a little over a quart. They hold a little over a quart, so that's why they're not filling up all the way, which is fine. We don't need it filled up all the way. And we put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. So just for your own thing, and use a really good vessel to put it in your microwave. So we're using like an Anchor Hocking, tempered glass measuring cup. You want to, you don't want to just throw it in there any old thing. It's oil, so you want to make sure you're using like a vessel that's worthy of it's going to hold up to the microwave. So we're using one of those big things. Wow, that looks beautiful.
And if anybody's thinking, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to not be cheap and buy a really nice olive oil, that's a big mistake, because you buy a really nice olive oil for its aroma and flavor.
Right.
So you really want something with as little aroma and flavor.
Right.
So that you
very neutral.
So that you can
it's the
really clean, neutral
oil. And that's the blend. So you want the oil with like canola or sunflower, something like that. Exactly what we're using. Wow, these look amazing. So they're warm to the touch, but not hot, but they're definitely warm. And I think they'd be ready to use in about 2 weeks. Of course, the most favorite way to have this would be just as dipping with bread. It's a very traditional way to serve it in Italy, is they have all these infused oils and they eat them with fresh bread. We might do the same. All right, so there's our dried herb oil infusions. Now we're going to move on to harvesting. We have some basil here. This is all the basil that we picked out of our own garden. We're going to harvest that and put it in this jar. And then we have some parsley from our own garden. And then this is my mom's lavender that you guys saw me pick in the last video. I'm just going to make a little sachet with it. So we're going to do all those 3 things right now to wrap it up. Well, I finished my parsley. Yeah, John did all the basil. We had some thyme in there too, some extra thyme. I forgot I threw it in there to dry. So this is what it looks like. You just separate it from all the stems and you have all these parsley leaves. So I am just going to go ahead and fill up my jar. I'm not going to crush it too much. The point is to leave them as whole as possible until you want to use them, because as soon as you crush them, you start releasing those oils. So you want to kind of leave it. Now, you can always crush these in your hands when you add it to soups or rice or potatoes or whatever you're going to do. So get every last bit. All right. I think that looks great. So these are organic parsley leaves. Awesome, right? All right, we're going to go over here and see what John's doing. He's doing very professional with a funnel. We have a canning funnel, obviously. We do a lot of canning. So he got a really big pile here. This is a lot of basil leaves. He's got to crush it a little bit just to get it in there.
Yeah, I don't want a jar full of air.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely pack it in for sure.
Thinking I need another jar.
You think so? I underestimated the jar. Let me go get a bigger one if we have one.
No, just a separate one.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back with that. All right, we got one more jar. We have them handy up here. You never know when you're going to need a canning jar for something. So we're going to go ahead and fill up our second jar. Yeah, that's our dogs in the background. So they're a little hangry right now. Yeah.
A little.
You know, we just got home from work. It's like 5:15, so we're trying to do all this. And they want to get fed. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry that you're having to hear this. But hangry puppies. Now, mind you, they get like fresh meat and stuff. They're so spoiled. I always say I'd want to come back as my own dog. Wow, this smells so good. If you could smell this, you would smell how sweet this basil is. It's just lovely. So we use this when we use pesto. So we put it on pasta for pesto, or I make a pizza almost every Friday and just put all this fresh basil right on your own tomato sauce and fresh mozzarella. It's amazing. All right, there we go. 2 jars. Awesome. Look at that, you guys. This is the stems. I know it doesn't make for an aesthetic picture, but this is
it's life.
It's life. This is the fruits of our labor tonight. One more to go. I'm just going to take all this lavender off of the stalks. I'm going to put it in this little sack. I'm going to make myself a little sachet to put in a drawer. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed doing that little herb projects with us. So I got this little sachet full of lavender. Oh my God, this smells so nice. Sometimes I actually put this like near my pillow. It's very, very soothing. It smells so absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I literally keep this on my bedside to smell it. And then we got this amount of parsley. And we got this amount of basil. Really good, right? 2 big things of basil right from the garden. And we made 2 carafes of infused oil. One is thyme and peppercorns, and the other one is rosemary and garlic. So can't wait to have these. Love it. 1 hour of our time well spent, and maybe you guys get inspired to do a little bit of your own. Grow some herbs, dry them, do little projects with them. My hands just smell so good from all these herbs, especially the lavender. They smell really good. All right, well, hopefully you guys had fun watching us do that. All right, well, that is it for this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed shopping with me and all the stuff that I got for myself and for the store and everything else that I got up to. I'm not quite sure what else is going to be in this video, but we always have something fun that John and I are doing, or something home related or something like that. But whatever it was, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again real soon. Make sure you subscribe if you like my content and want to be notified. I try to upload twice a week, so if you want to know when I do upload something, definitely subscribe and turn on your notifications. And if you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up. I'd really enjoy that. So hopefully the Thrifting Angels are super generous to you guys this week, and you have a really good week, and you find a lot of good treasures, and I'll see you next time, and I'll see you real soon. Oh, Nina's gonna tell me all about her day. She's like, let me tell you everything, Mommy. All right. Well, I'll see you real soon. Bye.